The real NV87, the blind NV87, the NV87 who doesn't care what the screen looks like. Good morning, everyone. I'm not sure what time it is. It's too early, is what it is. Actually, it's... Come on, tell me what time it is.
6:17 a.m.
It's 6:17, actually, which isn't overwhelmingly early, but here's the thing. I woke up at 4 something, like late in the 4 o'clock hour, lay around, never went back to sleep. Now it's 6:17. It's a work day. When I wake up this early, I tend to have little issues up toward the end of my shift, or maybe sometimes even before the end of my shift. They haven't gotten me in trouble yet. As of now, I don't think anyone's actually caught me, but I'm not interested in that causing issues. I'm interested in just not letting that happen. And that's... I don't need that. But I thought I'd go ahead and vlog. Today, I have a meeting at 9:30. So I have to be at work early enough to be there at 9:30. This means I have a ride coming at 8:30. Which means, well, I could fall back to sleep again, but... well, we'll see what happens. I'm just gonna lie here for a little while longer. Another thing happening today is, not enthused about this, but it had to happen. My apartment, if you go out there right now, it looks like a freaking mess. You'd never know that my assistant slash cleaning lady was just there. But I had to do what I had to do. I had to take everything out of my cabinets, the lower ones anyway, or almost everything, because while there yesterday, my cleaning lady said, Anne, you have ants. I got rid of the ones that I saw, but, just so you know, I don't know what to do about them, or I don't know what you can do about them, but I was like, okay, well, maybe there's extermination gonna be coming soon. And literally while she was there, she's like, yeah, you might want to call your apartment manager, because here the ants are, I see them coming back. I don't know where they're coming from, but they're coming back. I'm like, okay, let me see if she's in her office. I called. She's like, as a matter of fact, they're going to be here tomorrow. Let me see if it's too late to get you added on the list of places for them to hit. So they were able to add me to the list. She relayed a message from them. Have your cabinets as empty as possible, basically, is what they told her to tell me. So I'm like, okay, well, I'd rather move stuff myself than leave them in there for the exterminators to move, and then God knows where they'll put them. And obviously, as a blind person, okay, if you are a sighted person with a blind person in your family, or living with a blind person or whatever, go to them and ask them. It would surprise me if they didn't attest to this. One of the biggest ways to drive a blind person crazy is to move their stuff. Even if their room looks like a freaking mess, it's their freaking mess. At least they know where stuff is. What looks like their mess might make no sense to you, but if they put it there, they remember where they put it. They remember what they did with it. I mean, not to say that blind people don't lose things. It does happen sometimes. But if we put something somewhere, and we remember where we put it, and then you move it, freaking... don't do that to us. So, knowing that they're going to have to come through here and do something in the cabinets. I mean, they've been here before, and they've put something in the cabinets, but they may have to put more in there, for example. I mean, knowing that, before it was preventative, now it's, they're here and I want them gone. Who knows what that might mean? I don't know exactly what's going to happen. I just know that they said, get stuff out of your cabinets. they didn't necessarily say get stuff out of your cabinets before we have to take it out. But given the choice between having them take it out and then put it God knows where, and then it's a chore all weekend trying to find shit that I knew where they were before these guys came through, now I have no idea where anything is. I'd rather lose stuff to my own. Okay, where did I put that in the rush to get it out of the way of the exterminators? Then let them move it, and then, okay, what the hell did they do with it? So I had to empty everything out yesterday, and my place is far from tidy. I'm not sure it was ever really tidy, but it's certainly messy now. But just as long as they can do what they have to do, and then I can come home and maybe put stuff back. Yeah, that's my plan. But these meetings at work don't happen that often. It happens like every 6 months or so. We have meetings all the time, but at least my boss tends to schedule them when I would already be there. A lot of times they're at 10 o'clock. This starts at 9:30, but I will say this. I'd rather have it 9:30 on a Friday than 11:30 on a Thursday. Anything scheduled on a Thursday, I'm not going to show up to. Unless I really, really have to. I'm off on Thursdays. I work 20 hours a week. I work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thursday, I have off, and it used to be that they always scheduled meetings on Thursday. I was like, really? As a matter of fact, even our weekly meetings, or as close to weekly as they get, used to happen on Thursday. And then my current boss came in and said, okay, why are we having these when at least one of our team members can't be here? Thanks, boss, for valuing me enough to reschedule the meeting so that I can actually be here for him. Anyway, though, yeah, this one, these don't happen very often, but like I said, if I had to choose between a time when I wouldn't usually be here, but at least on a day that I would usually be there, versus any time of the day on a day that I'm not, I'd rather come in early than have to figure out how to do whatever on what should be my day off. I need to sit down and piece my new intro together. I don't know if you're going to get the old intro or the new intro here. Alright, I was able to pick up some more sleep, but I just simply cannot lay here anymore because it is 8 o'clock and I have to get ready to go to work. That's just where we are. What?
Press home to messages. Now. Is on the way. Please click the following link to track its progress.
Hashtag gratitude. I have a right at all. That is not door-to-door transit. I don't know if I can say this and eat at the same time. When I know it's a cab, I like to be standing out there waiting. I just still feel like, even if I do trust them to get out of the car and try to find me, I feel like it's just better for me to be standing out there waiting.
Messages.
What time is it?
It's 8:18 a.m.
Not that that really matters. I should go out there. I was just sitting down to eat breakfast, and I got this text message. your cab's on the way. And I just would like to be out there when they get there. So regardless of what time it is, I really should just put my breakfast in my lunch bag. That's a good thing about having something that you can just kind of grab and go, pre-prepped. Just put the lid on the container. But I should just put it in the lunch container, grab the last few things I've got to grab, and get out of here. I had a ride set with my preferred ride service. I should not be standing here talking. I should be either talking and moving or putting this vlog on pause and moving. I need to be moving. What should I be doing? So they had me covered. And then I got the email saying, don't forget we have that meeting tomorrow. I'm like, oh shit. That is tomorrow, and that is at 9:30. What am I going to do now? Because they had me covered, but there's no way they could have gotten me there at 9:30. They were supposed to have me there by 10. They were going to show up at 9:10, which would have gotten me there at 10 o'clock. I knew there was no way it was going to get me there at 9:30, so I had to call them back and say, I should have called you guys and told you when I first found out I didn't, that I have a meeting that actually starts at 9:30. I need to be there on time for that. Especially when it's an all-company meeting, because the person, yeah, see, they just did the right thing. I wanted to prevent that, but since I didn't, at least they did what they were supposed to do. Hello? I'll be right there. Sorry I made you come in and hunt me down, but thank you for trying. I will be right there. Of course, I would expect nothing less from this particular cab company. I wish door-to-door transit would contract with this particular cab company. Fortunately, my preferred ride service does. Anyway, I called this preferred ride service of mine. I said, you guys have me covered. I'm happy with that. Normally that'd be perfect. But I actually have to be to work early. Is there any way you guys can? And they ended up saying, well, we can do it, but we're going to have to send you a cab because there's a cab out there waiting for me and I need to be ready to leave. What else do I need to... Hold that thought. I'll finish this when I get to work or in the cab or something. If I do it in the cab, I'll do like an ASMR, like half whispering or something. I don't deliberately do ASMR. I didn't even know for sure what ASMR was. I suppose ASMR is just whispering into the microphone. But the kind of introvert and afraid of judgment person that I am, I just don't have the gall to sit someplace where people are and loudly speak into the microphone. Okay, outwardly and openly, I'm vlogging here, y'all. Here's what's up. I just can't do that. That's why when there's anyone else with me or near me, I'll half whisper. Yeah, I'll explain this later. I have to get out of here. So, I had this ride, it was perfect. And then I was reminded, oh crap, I've got to be at work early tomorrow. So I called them and I said, is there any way you guys can pick me up earlier with this 9:10 arrival for them to get me? There's no possible way we're going to turn around and be there by 9:30. It's like half an hour commute. They said, there's no way. Yeah, you're right. There's no way we're going to make it by 9:30 if we don't make it up till 9:10. So we'll see what we can do. They called me back. They said, well, this is one of those rare occasions where we have to send you a cab. Most of the time I get one of their drivers, but it does occasionally happen that it's a rare occasion, but from time to time it does have to happen that rarely, once in a great while, something comes up, they no longer have the personnel to make the ride that they said they would make. And rather than canceling at the last second and making the person, figure out how to get an Uber or whatever, they'll contract with the more favorable company out of the two. Cab company, that is. I like this one more than their competitor. I wish door-to-door transit would contract with these guys, but they won't. Anyway, I was hoping to be out there when they showed up, but technically they were early, but this guy did exactly what he was supposed to do. He came in, used the security system to call me, and now here I am on my way to work, and I'll see you when I get to work and there's something else to say. Yeah, I was just going back and listening to what I was gonna say before I got the call, and I definitely need to be at work before this meeting starts, because not only is it an all-company meeting and they would prefer for everyone who works for the company to, attend, but it's an all-company meeting, and therefore the person who walks me, well, in this case, back to the meeting room, because it's a really complicated building, and, literally an orientation and mobility instructor from the State Commission for the Blind, in layman's terms, a person who teaches blind people how to use a white cane to get where they need to go, who works for the state agency who helps people get and keep jobs, went to this location and assessed that there were too many twists, turns, obstacles that were not always going to be there, complicated variables for them to teach me the route from lobby to workstation. They said one thing that we're going to have to ask this company to do to help her with her job is to have someone available to walk her back there. So, actually, initially we were going to have them drop me off at a different door, and, she was able to teach me that route, but because of problems with that entrance and driver's inability to find that entrance, etc., the conclusion was reached that really it's best for me to use the same door that everyone else uses, and then someone just meets me at the lobby and takes me back. Well, there's not going to be anyone to walk me back there in the middle of the meeting because everyone's in the meeting. My boss actually texted me yesterday and said, if you don't make it on time, just text me and I'll come walk you back or whatever. I'm like, don't even worry about that. I just rearranged my transportation, so I'll actually be there on time. So, everything worked out. Well, if everything has to happen earlier than it was supposed to, this is the perfect way for it to have worked out. The cab may have shown up a little bit earlier than they were supposed to. They were supposed to show up at 8:30. I think it was more to 8:20. But it's okay, because I ended up getting to work with 35 minutes to spare. And this is when I will sit down and eat, and, the meeting doesn't start till 9:30, so, and it's 8:55. Perfect time for me to just kind of do my thing for half an hour, and then get to work in more ways than one. Go to this meeting, then get to work, as in really get to work. And just like that, my work day's over. I didn't vlog at lunch, and now I'm just going to go home and put my apartment back together. I did get an email from my apartment manager, and the pest control people did come through and do what they needed to do, so they'll be back in a week. But in the meantime, I'm going to go try to put my cabinets back together. Okay, so I came home and kind of did my own thing and didn't vlog for the rest of the night, and I'm gonna wrap this up already. Has this been like the most boring Friday vlog ever? Well, there wasn't much to vlog except in the morning. So, anyway, thank you for watching. Please follow me on Twitter, or if you must, on Facebook. Check out the description below for services and petitions that I believe in. And I'll see you in the next video when you hear what I have to say.